For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Keep on sitting nil. Mamelodi Sundowns nil. Merry Christmas in advance for tomorrow. Hope you enjoy your time with yourselves and your families and your booze and your drinks and your drinking and driving sometimes. Hopefully that doesn't happen tomorrow. Mamelodi Sundowns lose their perfect record. At some point in this game, I said to the guys, it will be unfair for any of these teams to lose. With 10 minutes left, you kind of felt that they did everything. It was a game of chess, and it was a good handshake. Okay, let's take a draw. Let's accept ukuthi siyafana namhlanje siyalingana. Adlalile amaqela omabini elasekhaya iqela laseKapa laqhathisa ke kwaqhathiseka ndavuya ke nami inhliziyo yami isemafutheni nangoku uba iqela lasekhaya lingakhange linkulwe iSundowns abamane beyivela bayivulela bayiyeke izidalele kweziteam bayiyeke idlala ibhola ngokucotha ngoba slow i-build up le build up islow yeSundowns intwana zethu zasekhaya zivele zathi qho xa bephatha ibhola 2 seconds zivele zithi gqisi sithatha ibhola clean no free kick 2 seconds, you don't allow abantu bavele bazenze nonothanda nje. But anyways, so former Mamelodi Sundowns midfielder. What do you make of that game, sir?
Mzeke kunjani mfethu? Ngibulisa wena ngibulisa Justice, ngibulisa Junior. Nginibulisa nana emakhaya, cane support njalo la iDiskiTV. Ngizobe njobe njalo ngichike futhi. Mzeke okokuqala ngishaya izandla Mr. Nkewu. Yeah, you know Mr. Nkewu, I can't ask for more.
What a game.
I can't ask for more because ngizobe njani ngigreedy or ngibathini inhliziyo ende. Yeah, if I will ask for more, really ubu greedy nenhliziyo ende because you know both teams, those players they fought. You know, they've shown quality. You know, the fighting spirit, togetherness, you know, teamwork, you know, Mr. Keo, it's not even easy to even come a mistake against the other team and the other team because of the game was flowing. You know, both teams, you know, they create chances this side, they create chances this side. You know, just a matter of those seconds and the weight on the pass for Cape Town City. I think they were in a situation where, in my view, if the weight of the pass was correct. Oh, yes. Twice. That happened so many times. Twice where I thought, you know, that the weight of that pass, if it was okay, we'll be talking something else. But come again to with Sundowns now, you know, Sundowns are Sundowns, man. Sundowns, they even if you put pressure on them, but they keep on, you know, grinding the way they grind. And one thing that I love cool about this game here today is that Cape Town City, they didn't sit and say, we'll wait for you, Sundowns, to come to us. We're going to sit until 90 minutes. No, the game was open. The recovery of Cape Town City players. Yeah. Wow. Can I just say something just on that? So this game, the football is actually very interesting tactically when it's done by anti-football. Is that football does not need. There are coaches that are anti-football that we can do without. Because by abomination, you can't ask people to pay money to go to stadiums and not play football. Yeah. In this game, there's something interesting. I don't think I've seen a lot of pressing. So so there's your team, right? There's your 10 men. Yes. If you make a mistake of pressing them in front of them, you leave spaces behind you. But interestingly, we Cape Town City, pressing Kalwa abantu abathathu coming from the opposite direction. So when Mkhulisa has the ball, or Zungu has the ball, or Umbule has the ball, they are being pressed by people who are behind them, not in front of them. Yeah. So Njongo Zungu iphethe, you would expect someone to press him here, face to face. But they actually get pressing from here. And if you watch this game again, you could count maybe 10 times when the ball was won, not in front of him face to face, but by someone just behind him. And that's something interesting because if you press too much without the timing from in front, which they did press in front, but if you do it without timing, you leave spaces behind you. And what does Sundowns usually specialize in is to do that. They suck you in and then they hit you on the spaces behind. But Eric Tinkler, being the master of a similar
system knew that there is a way to press against the Sundowns, which is very clever. What did you make of that, sir?
Mr. Geo, I think they'll agree with me. Mangiti Sundowns at some point they were frustrated because they used to guti ipass my suke go roweni yadlula laphana the forwards yes ala manga 10 ngayale no one was going to campaign me. So Sundowns players are used to that. So today they were like, oh,
someone is behind me.
You know, and you're frustrated, Mr. Keo, now. I'm in control of the ball, but now all of a sudden somebody comes in and sneak in and take the ball. And about theater, you know, Mr. Keo, there's one thing that people they need to understand. What I'm gonna say now. There's a difference when you take the ball and lose it again, and there's a difference when you take the ball and attack. That's what they were doing. They'll take the ball and immediately you'll see them going there with the speed. They'll attack Sundowns. It was just that couple of seconds in terms of weighing the pass. That's all. And Sundowns, I think they were frustrated. But why Eric Tindler did that, he knew, Uguti, if I don't ask these guys to work, I'm in trouble.
Absolutely.
I'm in trouble because in the midfield, 1v1, pound to pound, they're not going to match them because they will play in those pockets. Ribeiro, they pull from outside, they come inside in those open spaces. It was going to be a chaos. So Eric knew, Uguti, if I will ask these three up front to say, it's fine, they will play between you guys. But immediately that pass goes to that defensive midfielder, one of you must go and press. And you know, it worked very well for them. And, you know, another thing, Mr. Keo, I always cry about this with Eric. He will start the game very well, go on, half time, second half. The last 15-10 minutes, he always makes a mistake when he makes some changes. But today, he got it right.
Yeah. There's something interesting as well here, so with how Sundowns started their midfielders. So I thought, and this was my opinion, that if you're going to have Zungu and you have Kulise and you have Mbule, you actually do not have a midfielder with a willingness. So, okay, this can be misconstrued. I'm not saying that those three guys don't have the ability to go forward, but I say that they have a similar profile in that they are number 8s. Naturally, number 10 Ngubo, it doesn't come natural. Maybe Mbule a little bit, but not Mbule Wango because of his fitness and all of that. I felt a sacrifice was made. Maybe it was even because maybe that was a good tactical thing. Rulani is sense of awareness. If I sacrifice too much here, like I'm gonna be in danger because I have one less midfielder. But usually you don't have those number 8s, but the Babe by 3 and the Babe almost flat. And I felt a sacrifice was made there that they would have needed someone almost like Ubene Diamond. So 1-1 and then in front of them, it would have been good to have that one midfielder who was more attacking.
You know, Mr. Nkeo, in Shillong, I think nama game where players they need to play and win the game. Nama game that coaches they need to play the game, coaches they need to win the game or draw the game. Today it was between the coaches, and both of them they are on the same level in how they display in terms of the understanding and the knowledge of football. Because Rulani knows they've got speed, these guys, and once I'll have my normal guys attacking, I'm going to have a problem. He knew. That's why literally. And that three, what they did was they were there in the midfield. They were always there. Because once we were with the speed lab, it was gonna be a big problem. And it worked very well. Because Manga Kumbula Utemagenza changes to Rulani when he puts more attacking players.
He started to attack.
He started to attack with them, and the last 15 minutes. Let's go for it. But now, at some point, it was almost caught with that speed. So it was, a game of, I can see you, what you're doing. The other one says, no, I'm watching you. I can also respond. And they responded very well. Well done to the two coaches, because, that's how we learn football. Football, coaches are coaching these boys. They put the work during the week, and then the boys, they need to come in and display. And both teams, they displayed what they've planned during the week, and well done to the both teams.
There you go. Thank you very much, Mr. So-and-so. Yeah, the concern, of course, with Cape Town City is that can they, you see, if they decide when they play against Kukune, when they play against Chippa United, if they, because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, and I've said this in so many years, because I'm from Cape Town. That's the one team I was always watching at the Cape Town Stadium when I was working for Soccer Laduma. I knew that if they play against Chiefs, it's going to be their A game and they're going to win, or against Pirates or against Sundowns. But if they can play against Chippa United and treat them like Chiefs or Pirates or Sundowns, then they can maintain a relatively high position in the league for the duration of the league. That's why some seasons, and I actually thought about this when this match was going on. Uguti, here we have two teams who, when the Cape Town City Dlala CAF Champions League, yapuma preliminary round, bakishwa Petro Atletico preliminary round, and then they don't mind. And then we have another one which wants to win the Champions League. Unfortunately, they get knocked out in the semi-finals sometimes. They won the AFL recently. So here we are, but now in this game today, I was thinking that they're going toe-to-toe. Like, they're going toe-to-toe now. There's no separation of quality from them. Like, you can see that there's seriousness. Now, the question is, why can't they take these games seriously all the time, every time? And of course, there will be someone who's clever enough to come up with an answer. But the reality is that they don't. They do not take all of these games seriously all the time. And that's what frustrates Eric Tinkler. We shall see, though, whether or not this was a battle between number one and number two until the duration of the season, or whether Cape Town City will go to their seemingly natural decline when they play against so-called lesser teams. Otherwise, fantastic, fabulous game of football. It is iDiskiTV, iDiskiTimes, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching.